New listings are down big time as we head into fall market. Let's take a closer look at Reston's real estate market right now on the Foundation Report. I'm Eric Fafoglia with the Strong Foundations Group, and I've built my business on an education approach of my 208-step selling process and 128-step buying process. My clients get tons of education and an organized process so they know they're getting the best care when purchasing or selling a home. All right, let's jump into August data for Reston, Virginia. Here's the big news. August had great sales data. So 580,000 was the median sales price in Reston, which was up 6.4% year over year. And if you compare that to Fairfax County was actually down 5%. But that's only part of the story because days on market rose to 17 days on average for a house to sell. That's up almost 150% year over year, meaning that it's taking nearly twice as long to sell a house. Now, it's not a month, but it's 17 days. So expect it's gonna take about 2 to 3 weeks to sell your house. Buyers are definitely taking their time, and you're gonna figure out why here pretty soon, and it has to do with inventory. So when we compare what people listed for versus what they sold for, they're getting about 97.3% of their original list price in Reston, Virginia. That's down about 3% year over year. It's not catastrophic, but it does show that pricing strategy matters, and list high and hope for the best isn't really gonna work out. The other problem with that approach is that buyers then come in with lower offers, but also lots of contingencies. So while you think you may be done with negotiations after you ratify their sales contract, maybe now you have a home inspection, an appraisal contingency, a financing contingency, all places where a buyer can then continue to negotiate with you after the fact. Here's the big one. Down 15% year over year, new listings were only at 89 new houses came to the market in Reston for the month of August. Down quite a bit compared to all the other data here I'm showing you today. And 91 homes sold. So that means that we sold 2 more homes than what came on the market. Inventory is continuing to shrink. And total homes for sale that were available in Reston was 196 last month. That's up 1% year over year. So you can see where that inventory is starting to creep up. And month supply is still really healthy, showing a strong seller's market of 2 months supply, meaning if we didn't get any more new houses on the market, we would sell out in 2 months. Only 1 new construction sale in the month of August, and that doesn't take into account any custom builds or buyers that bought a lot and built the house afterwards. So what's the big picture in Reston right now? Well, while prices are up, days on market are also up. Sellers are getting less than what they originally asked for, but we're seeing inventory continue to shrink and month supply is still looking really healthy for sellers. We're in a pretty stable market. Let's see what happens as we head into fall. This is traditionally where things start to pick up on a historical basis. Buyers definitely have a little bit of breathing room right now, and sellers, you better come prepared. Have your house looking really great and make sure your price is dialed in. Heading into fall, it's all eyes on the interest rates. Rates dropped to a new low for the last year back a few weeks ago when the labor data came in and showed that it's significantly cooling in the country. So things were hovering around 6.3% for a 30-year conventional. And then now we had new data today with the CPI coming in a little bit higher than expected. And so as a result, we're expecting Jerome Powell and his team to probably only drop the Fed funds rate by a quarter point this next go around. All right, that's the latest of Reston, Virginia, August 2025. I believe that if you're trying to make a strong decision, it starts with a strong foundation of knowledge. If you want to dive into this data more and figure out what it means for your home and your next move, reach out. I'd love to chat. Again, I'm Eric Fafoglia at the Strong Foundations Group, and that has been the Foundation Report for August, Reston 2025. Thank you.